You've probably heard of hazard communication and right to know before, but you may not have thought about how it affects you. Did you know that what seems like an ordinary cleanser can actually be toxic, flammable, and explosive? Well, it can. You have the right to know about potentially hazardous materials that you may encounter in your workplace. That's why OSHA's Hazard Communication Standard and similar state laws exist. Their goal is to make sure you have the information, training, and equipment you need to work safely around hazardous materials. Chemical hazard information is communicated to you in three ways: material safety data sheets, container labels, and your facility's written hazard communication program. Material Safety Data Sheet, or MSDS, is basically a guide for the safe use of a specific chemical. Chemical manufacturers and distributors provide an MSDS for each of the products they sell. Your facility keeps copies of each MSDS on file so that you can refer to them whenever necessary. The Material Safety Data Sheet is the primary source for information about a chemical product. The MSDS lists all of the names the chemical goes by, the company that manufactures it, and any hazardous ingredients that the chemical contains. The MSDS also describes the types of hazards that the chemical may present, first aid procedures for chemical exposures, as well as spill cleanup techniques. To help you work with the chemical safely, the MSDS also tells you how to handle and store the chemical properly, and what exposure controls and personal protective equipment to use to protect yourself. Material safety data sheets can come in different formats, but they all contain the same kinds of important information. Be sure to become familiar with the MSDS before you work with a potentially hazardous material. The few minutes this takes could help prevent serious problems in an emergency.